Welcome to our first lesson on the character of Squealer in Animal Farm. The character of Squealer, the pig who spreads Napoleon's propaganda, continues our exploration of the group of tyrants in Animal Farm. Squealer represents the Soviet press who used propaganda to control public perception of Stalin and society. We will be exploring two of Squealer's characteristics, first focusing on his manipulative tactics. Squealer is Napoleon's violent and loyal right-hand man who helps him gain and establish power. In Orwell's allegory, he is representative of the nomenklatura, a group of corrupt members of the Communist Party who helped Stalin reign. Our focus will be on understanding how Squealer is presented as a driving force in maintaining the animal's obedience through his manipulative tactics. By examining his skilled twisting of the truth, strategic alterations of history, and calculated use of fear, we will see how Squealer ensures the animal's loyalty and naivety, effectively securing Napoleon's tyrannical rule. Let's begin. Squealer's twisting of the truth to justify Napoleon's actions reveals his manipulative nature as he distorts facts to deceive the other animals. This constant propaganda demonstrates his willingness to lie and manipulate to maintain control and support for Napoleon. In Chapter 5, Squealer says,
"Do not imagine, comrades, that leadership is a pleasure. He would be only too happy to let you make your decisions for yourselves. But sometimes you might make the wrong decisions, comrades, and then where should we be?"
Squealer manipulates the animals by presenting Napoleon's authoritarian control as a necessary burden for the common good. By portraying leadership as a self-sacrificing duty, he convinces the animals that Napoleon's decisions are in their best interest, even though they centralize power and remove any democratic process. Squealer's rhetoric ensures the animals accept Napoleon's authority without question, showing how he uses manipulation to secure Napoleon's power. This argument is similar to that made by Stalin's supporters, who claimed that a period of heavy rule and dictatorship was necessary before their utopian communist vision could be achieved. Secondly, we will now turn to how Squealer alters historical facts to maintain control. This highlights his manipulative nature as he revises the past to suit Napoleon's agenda. This deceitful strategy plays a crucial role in ensuring the animals remain obedient and oblivious of the pig's corruption. Let's look at a quote from Chapter 8 that perfectly exemplifies this point. The text says, "It had become usual to give Napoleon the credit for every successful achievement and every stroke of good fortune." This quote illustrates how Squealer manipulates the animals by constantly revising history to glorify Napoleon. As discussed in our previous video on Napoleon, the rewriting of history was central to the way that Stalin gained power, disposed of Trotsky, and indoctrinated the Russian populace. Similarly, by creating a narrative where all positive outcomes are credited to Napoleon's leadership, Squealer reinforces Napoleon's power and control. This manipulation of the past not only keeps the animals loyal to Napoleon, but also grateful, regardless of the reality of their circumstances. Therefore, controlling the narrative proves to be an effective tool in Squealer's arsenal of manipulation. Finally, Squealer's use of fear to prevent rebellion showcases his manipulative nature as he exploits the animals' anxieties to maintain control. By instilling fear, he ensures their compliance and discourages any challenge to Napoleon's authority. Evidence of this can be found in Chapter 5, where Squealer states,
"One false step and our enemies would be upon us. Surely, comrades, you do not want Jones back."
This quote encapsulates Squealer's cunning manipulation. His method is to constantly remind the animals of the terrible life they had under Mr. Jones, causing them to fear returning to those times. Squealer frequently uses the threat of Mr. Jones's return to manipulate the animals into compliance. By invoking fear of a worse alternative, he ensures that the animals accept Napoleon's increasingly oppressive regime as the lesser evil. This manipulation keeps the animals in a constant state of fear and dependency, preventing any thoughts of rebellion or dissent. And that brings us to the end of today's lesson. We explored how Squealer twists the truth to justify Napoleon's actions, portraying them as beneficial to the animals. We also discussed his alteration of historical facts, crediting Napoleon for all successes to maintain the animals' loyalty and naivety. Finally, we highlighted how Squealer instills fear of Mr. Jones's return to prevent rebellion and ensure compliance. Through these deceptive tactics, Squealer effectively secures Napoleon's tyrannical rule, demonstrating the power of manipulation and propaganda in maintaining control. In turn, his actions are representative of the nomenklatura, the bureaucratic, corrupt group of people which supported Stalin and helped him retain power. Remember to keep revising this lesson and see you next time.